Hello everybody, this is Dr. Clare from Dr. Clare's Apothecary, and today I'd like to talk to you about your waterworks, and for anybody who might have discomfort, frequency, urgency, irritation, so long as you've had it checked out, as I would always recommend, had it checked out medically with your own doctor and been given the all clear. But they can be irritating problems, and so I've got two things to show you. Again, you're getting familiar with our system of having tea bags and tinctures for two reasons. Sometimes people, if they're using these on an ongoing fashion for up to 3 months, well, then the tea bag is a very convenient and less expensive way of getting the bladder support. But if it's an acute problem where you want to get an effect in a hurry, or you're traveling, or it's just for convenience, the teas are also useful for people who can't tolerate alcohol for one reason or another. So we like to have a full range available. They are also available in loose teas for those of you who are happy to use your teapot. But as many of you know, I've given up trying to get Galway and the wider world to use tea leaves on a regular basis in a compliant fashion for the right quantity of herbs per day. The teas are great because you get a sip, a soothe, a sip, a soothe, a sip, a soothe throughout the day. So the idea behind the 3 teaspoon tea bag sachet is you put it in your teapot or your travel mug and you throw on the boiling water. You can use a little bit of water, a big amount of water, like a large cafetiere or a large teapot. You can add a juice if you want to flavour it a little bit. You can let it go cold and then warm it up with some added boiled water. So it's very easy to use, and I get much better compliance using these. What's in the tea bag is corn silk, and that's the threads from the outside enveloping the corn on the cob. It's the silky threads, so that's the corn silks. Horsetail, which is a very high in silica plant, and is very good for toning and astringing all the mucous membranes, including the digestive tract, in fact. Couch grass, which is the bane of every gardener's life. It's a garden weed, but what it does is it's very soothing for the mucous membranes of the bladder. Elderflower, again, a mucous membrane tonic. It's also antimicrobial, particularly antiviral. Not that the viruses particularly settle there. But it's also very good for any cough or cold that you might have. One of the nice things I find about herbs is that while they're treating one area, they also have beneficial effects for mucous membranes elsewhere. So, for instance, like your sinuses. And the last ingredient is common heather, which is an antiseptic herb. More and more people are finding that their bladder is just a little bit slack in tone, and they're holding on to a little bit of wee when the bladder should empty almost completely. So this can be a cause of ongoing problems. So this is a way of maintaining tone and function. So in the bladder blend, which is here, it's called Cystone, and this is similarly used for urinary tract support. And it has corn silk and heather, as described before. It also has bucku, which is particularly and specifically antiseptic. It has mallow leaf, which again is soft and soothing and has reflex actions between the gut and the bladder system. Silver birch, which is a toning astringency herb, which helps eliminate through the kidneys. And juniper, which has volatile oils. These are the juniper berries, and they have volatile oils that can be antiseptic. So I hope that's useful for you should you have trouble in the waterworks department.